What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to bring in a little tool review, get some hands on something that I think we've all kind of seen at the Home Depot the past couple month or two with that transition of them getting away from Klein and bringing in Milwaukee. I'm not a big Lowe's guy personally. I feel like it's a bunch of maybe housewives and like snooty people. You know, I feel like Home Depot was more of the gritty spot to go to. The actual workers go there. You know, most of the people that you see at Lowe's tend to drive really nice trucks that they don't work out of. Home Depot's filled with a bunch of beaters. Just my opinion. Shots fired. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. But in case you've been living under a rock, Klein is still at the Home Depot. It's just they're keeping their best sellers there, and the majority of Klein is now going to be sold at Lowe's with like the mod box and things like that, because they want to bring in Milwaukee, as you could tell with all the other stuff that they were liquidating there. Milwaukee does have that American-made line, and that's what this video is going to be about. So I hope you're excited. I want to dive into these things. I've had them for about a month, and I haven't even unpackaged them yet. But first impressions, pretty impressive. All right, so as you can see, they've really leaned into the whole USA made line up here with the branding on the packaging and everything like that, which is freaking awesome. Anytime I see a flag, I know I get a little excited. You know what I'm saying? America, you know, it's all what it's all about. And I used to rag on Milwaukee so much with my buddies because like, you're named after a city and you're not even made in the United States. And then, as you can see, I've kind of lost touch with myself there, and now I'm just a shill for Milwaukee. But like I said, all this stuff is like drop forged, made in America with American-made steel. Pretty sure that's what they said. You can ask or go to some other videos of the people that actually went when they released those for all the garage tool tubers, because I noticed most of the people that go to that stuff aren't actual blue collar. Well, I don't want to say that. They're not necessarily in the field doing what we do. But you know what? They hit the nail on the head because that's what they want to market to, which is pretty smart. So first thing I want to do is we want to pop these little tabs off here, and I'm going to get all these bad boys on, blah, 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 blah. So the thing with the drivers here, as you can see that they got that laser edge tip, kind of that way it gets a nice bite on the fasteners there. Got the embossed injection blow mold USA USA. Then that's just painted on. It's got a nice ergonomical grip. It's not a Wera, Vera, whatever you want to call it, and it's like a mix of like a Klein. It's got that rubber overmold. Let's just take the bottle opener for example. It's got that little plastic iconic Klein look there. But what's really nice is you can see there they kind of just stamp the side of the slotted there and an indicator there, which is really cool and obvious because if you're putting it down in a tool bag like a normal person, like a normal person, like, you know, standing it up, you'll be able to visibly see that quite well. Now this one does, a bigger one feels a little bit beefier, kind of used to like the girth here. It's a little bit better than that little guy there. Muscle memory. Got some nice knurling here. Again, you got the laser tip. Now if you look, it kind of tapers off. It's not necessarily like a PV Swiss where it fits, but it is a little bit flatter to where it like doesn't come to a point. Like it's a 5/16 slotted. Again, you got that USA Milwaukee. It's like a tri grip, I guess. I don't know. It's got the rubber overmold with the plastic injection blow mold, with your indicator there. You can put a wrench there to get a little bit of extra torque if you need it to kind of break a screw. Another slotted laser tipped. You've seen it once, you've seen it all. Um, it's very light though. It's not heavy. So I'd like to see how that withstands, because sometimes, you know, we get a little aggressive with our stuff. We might hit it, but it's plastic all the way through. Be curious if how deep that shank goes inside of that handle. It looks like it kind of just stops right about there, about 1.5 inches in or so. So they're screwdrivers, man. I always wanted to get the other set of their cushion grip because they look more impressive than those little like triangle ones, which I just thought were hideous. Pair of diagonals. It is an odd shaped head on that diagonal. Kind of got that Diamondback Rattler head look to it. But if we compare it, you know, to our Knipex and our Kleins, it's not far off. It's just like more squared than what I'm used to. I'm kind of used to this more rounded, like smooth edge. Now these are all like not the offset kind, they're just straights. So you can kind of see there the profile on them. These are the kind of angled ones, but you can see the different profiles on them. I thought just by looking at it, it looked wider, but again, we got our nice USA in there. Kind of lets us know, you know, what's going on, as Knipex has their made in Germany there, which is cool. But these ones actually were the only ones that were kind of stiff out the box. I'm not gonna do too much demonstrating with them today. I don't got any wire and stuff. It's all loaded in a truck. My truck is a freaking mess. But you'll just watch my videos. You'll see me using these things regularly. So those are our dikes. They're pretty stiff out the box, but what I know, like, our needle nose are really nice. What I like about these, well, one, they got a reamer around them. You can see there, you know, because conduit and things like that. They got that cross hatching on their teeth there, give you a better bite to pull some things. Got the cutter here in the back. I guess they call this like a fish puller here. You know, you can pull your fish tape through, embossed in there. One thing is too, they got these little points here, which doesn't bother me. I saw somebody kind of complain that that's going to be a weak point, which I mean, I don't see why that would be the case. That would be like saying that about a pair of adjustable wrenches or something like that. It's kind of got like that little hex shape in there. I don't, you know, I guess for bolts to grab onto if you need, you know, in a pinch. It's just a added function in it, which is pretty nice. But you can see the difference here between those and the Kleins. The Kleins are a little bit fatter. I don't know if it's like really translating there, but the Kleins have always been a little bit chunkier. Maybe it's because they just shaved it here, but these kind of are pretty similar. I just, for whatever reason, it's just as what I'm used to. I don't mind it, but I kind of, these kind of actually do feel pretty solid. They're not as beefy in the hands, but if we look at the difference here between the Knipex, you can definitely see the profile difference, how precision these are. Now, give me 1 second. Bam, back. So Klein does have a precision pair. I also keep, you can see the difference between them. It's more similar to the Knipex, but it's a little bit smaller. It's a 6-inch pair. But then you can see how flat that is on top. But again, overall, feels really good. Doesn't feel like janky. Like, channel locks to me feel janky, even though they say USA made and stuff like that. I'm not quite a fan, but that's just my personal preference. And then we got the big boys. Now they got like multiple cushion grips for these things, different variations of this one. It's got like the high leverage. It has an extra like pivoting point. They got the crimper in these, but if you look inside there, here we go. You can see it's got that cross hatching right inside the jaws there, which is really nice to see. Again, you got that little hex shape in there. High leverage cutters. I mean, the finish on these are really nice. Not super oily. Like I noticed, like the Klein's got a lot of grease there, but you know, it's Klein. Got that stamped Got that point there. It's a tether point, man, which is fine to me. You can kind of see they're all going to be about roughly the same here. I just prefer the Knipex. I think the finish on them's a lot better. Obviously, right out the jump, they're just stupid smooth. But that's kind of gonna be your comparison. But you'll see, they all got the cross hatching on them there. See if we can get that to focus for you guys. No, you don't want to. Not this one. Nope, not today. Okay, but yeah, I mean that's really it. Nothing crazy. That's like their first release, I guess. They got different grips, like I said, and they got a 6-pack set of these, which would be nice to have. This is just all mine had. I'll throw some B-roll of some of the stuff they have online. Like you can see half Klein, half Milwaukee, and it's nice stuff. I also got like the shears that come with a sheath and like a cable knife. That's for like linemen and all that, because you know I deal with like 6-gauge wire. Like I don't need all that stuff. But this is Milwaukee's USA made lineup. My first impressions is I like it. I like the colors. Black and red has always been a really good color scheme of mine. For whatever reason, I just always liked it. They feel really good. They don't feel janky. Like if you grab a pair of Huskies, you'll know. Like, or Cobalts, they just suck so bad. Pittsburghs, things like that, man. Compared, like these just feel good. I'm gonna set these up in one of my bags here. Probably move the Kleins out, move these in just to test them out, see how they do. I don't see how they're gonna, you know, get overworked. You know what I mean? They're tools. They got lifetime warranties, which is fantastic. So yeah, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that. A little something different. But look out for my videos where I'm using these out in the field. We'll see how they do in the weather down here with the rust or the salty air and all that, and see how well they hold up with their rust inhibitors that they should have be coated on. With that being said, if y'all could smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't. All my subscribers, y'all already know. How do I do this? All my subscribers, man, y'all already know. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.